Wow. I'm blown away by the shadows, by the reflections on the water. Some days I'm even blown away by rainbows. And you know, they're all real. The rainbows, the shadows, the reflections. I've got some lovely artist friends, Suzanne Hamilton, Lynn Genro, Lisanne LaRocque. Those three pop into mind real quick when it comes to what they reveal, what gets revealed in a snapshot that they take. Something very real is revealed when Suzanne reveals the shadows in her artistry. She takes photos, but she also does so much more. Her antenna to God is something that she holds in her hand that, let's just call it a canvas, touches a canvas, touches the blank sheet. That's what you do. You're the sunshine that casts the shadows, that casts the reflections, that reveals the reflections, that unleashes the rainbows. I am just not a massive fan when people tell me that this is the world of illusion. And 9 times out of 10, these people are telling me that they're so convinced it's the world of illusion that they're flat broke. And they're struggling. And it gets worse when they start telling me that, their special person is an illusion. Their special person is an illusion that refuses to come to them. I don't know. I get that money is real. I get that it's speed. Since somebody made up this thing called money to unleash speed, it's made trade and commerce so much easier. I love lamb meat, but if you had to send me a lamb, or if I settled for a goat, yeah, you want to take manifestingmasterycourse.com, send me a lamb. Imagine how slow it would go. But we invented money by imagining speed. And a lot of people, they've got a slow time with money because to them, money is just as much of an illusion as speed is. You imagine yourself into a world with both. Meanwhile, you're the sunshine. I honestly can't think of a better compliment to give someone. When I can acknowledge in some way that they're radiant. On the other hand, an email just came into my inbox, and it said the steam room at the Eltham Leisure Center, the pool, is closed for further repairs. I can think of a couple friends that are just going to be total assholes about this. Because that's what they do. They engage in gravity. And they engage in gravity, so it needs some repairs. They just upgraded it, and something didn't go right. It's called life on planet Earth. Sometimes it takes a while. You go to the 15-minute oil change center, and they say it's going to be 25 minutes. Oh, okay, no biggie. It used to happen when I'd go to Walmart. They'd say, hey, it typically takes 15 minutes. I'd walk in and say 20. It's going to take 45. This is in the old country. I'd say, cool, I'll go spend more money. All fun looking for good shit and meeting friends and making people, or meeting people and making friends, whatever. But let's keep going, right? You're the sunshine. Have you noticed how Victoria and I look at each other in a Feel It Real Fun show? There's something that shines forth from her eyes, and there's something that shines forth from mine. And it's the love that we are. And that love is really real. And it's something that we can and do explore together. And I can tell you, I get how real she is. And I really appreciate her. And appreciation is one of those funny words, isn't it? To appreciate means to grow in value. If you buy an asset and it appreciates, it grows in value. And she is an asset in my life. She's my muse, my best friend. And I get to grow with her. Because I get how real she is. So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to imagine something that moves you. Because a lot of people fantasize and they think it's feeling it real. Fantasy is what enables you to stay in physical reality and suffer. Right? You fantasize about getting a good car, driving a good car while you're driving your shit car. But until you experience ownership, it ain't gonna happen. And you'll never experience ownership as long as you walk around going, this is all a world of illusion. You're not even real, Mr. 20. Heaven forbid we talk about free will. Anyhow, I'll keep sharing my message. I'll keep inviting you to the dance floor. My name is Mr. 2020. You've been listening to the Power of Imagination podcast. You are the sunshine that casts the shadows. You are the sunshine that reveals the reflection. You are the sunshine that unleashes the rainbows. Now let's imagine up something yummy as we go into the silence. So I was sharing in my little money-making group today, one of the best things I do, that's most satisfying, that also helps build business, is I put out the daily podcast. For me, this is like oxygen. Putting it out is like oxygen. And we mentioned things like the weekly calls, the Remarkable Group, ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. And the worst thing that I do is put out a daily podcast because people tend to go, well, I'm getting this free boost every day, 7 to 10 minutes. And I'm glad you are. But I'm inviting you to dive deeper because there's only so much I can pseudo-randomly do on a podcast. For me, this is like taking a walk. I remember being in Little Italy. Taking a walk with my sweetheart at the time and smelling the amazing foods. To me, that's what the podcast is. And it wasn't until I took a menu and we stepped inside and ordered that we got the full experience. And I invite you to the full experience. I don't know if the old guy's name was really Giuseppe, but Giuseppe came out and he talked. We giggled. We enjoyed. That's what I got, gang. And by the way, the smell was really real. The taste was really real. The food was really real. And you're not going to get how really real you are as long as well, Mr. 20, it's only a world of illusion. Time to end that confusion. You're what leads. Lead with love. See ya.